My name is Ben Sahlstrom, thanks for stopping by. I'm going to be wiring my dryer receptacle, and I'm going to show you the materials you need, and I will also show you how to go through the process of wiring that receptacle itself. So, you're going to need a double pole breaker. As you can see, there are two poles coming off the bottom. This is a 30 amp breaker because it's for a 230 volt circuit, so you'll need a breaker that is compatible with your panel. In my case, I have a QO2D panel, and so I have the matching breaker. Next, to go from your panel to your dryer box, you're going to need 10 gauge wire in a 10-3 configuration, which means you're going to have a hot wire, which is going to be black, and then a second hot wire, which is going to be red, and then you'll have a white wire for your neutral, and you'll actually have a fourth wire, which is going to be your ground wire. You need all four of those for your dryer circuit. And then you're going to need a double gang electrical box to bring your wire into. As you can see here, we've just opened up the knockouts big enough so that we can indeed bring this wire into the box and get that to come through okay. So install your double gang box and bring your wire into the box, and that next you will need your receptacle plug itself. So as you can see, it says 30 amp receptacle here, and it is indeed for 4 wires. And this is for a flush mount application, so you can have this mounted in your box. They also have a version that is a surface mount version, and you can use that if you need to. But you can see we've got our 4 spots here for our wires to land. I will leave a link in the description to all the parts that you will need for installing this outlet, and a link to this similar plug and breakers and anything else that it would be useful to help you complete this project. Make sure you have your power off, and then we're going to go ahead and strip the sheathing back here. We're going to pay attention to where the bare ground wire is, and we're going to run our utility knife down that portion of the cable. Just be very careful and gentle with it so that you don't damage the wires inside the sheathing. So go ahead and strip that back, and you want to leave about a 1/2 inch of insulation in the box or so. 1/4 inch is required by code, but we're going to leave a little bit more than that just to be safe. So we'll get this all pulled back here. Just pull it like this, and then cut it off. Just like so. Go ahead and strip about a 1/2 inch or so of wire insulation off of each one of your 3 insulated conductors. And there we go. A little stubborn there. Here on the plug, this top one is the ground, and you can also verify that by looking around the back here. I'm not sure if all of them are like this, but you can see this jumper here that goes to the frame of this. And anytime that metal frame is connected to a terminal, that means that that's your ground terminal. And then on the bottom here, this is the neutral, so that's the white wire going to connect there. So I think we'll start by connecting the ground wire. And just loosen this up here to get it ready. And then we'll take our ground wire and insert it right there. And then go ahead and tighten this down some. And then you can even just wiggle this a little bit in here to make sure that it is well seated, and then go ahead and tighten it again. You want this to be good and snug. So we're going to do the two. Now we'll just work our way across here. So we'll do red here next. And get that one started. And then neutral. And finally, we'll put our second leg of 120 volts on here, the black wire. Wiggle that a little bit, tighten it again. And just make sure all these are really tight in there. Give them good tugs to make sure that they're not going to come loose. We want to end up with the receptacle in this orientation right here with the ground prong on the top. So we're going to rotate this into the box and make sure that that's the way we end up. So we're going to just look at it here. There's okay. It's going to work out pretty good, I think. And a little bit bigger wires than your standard receptacle wiring. There we go. It's in position now. So what we're going to do though, before we put it in there, I'm just going to double check and make sure that all these terminals are still nice and tight and nothing's gotten loose. That'll look good, so we're going to go ahead and put the receptacle into place. Just kind of get it started. You always want to push these in by hand first and make sure that it feels okay and that it's all the wires, none of the wires are being excessively strained or pushed. And then once you have it pushed into place, then go ahead and put your screws in. You don't want to use the screws to pull the receptacle into place. So I'm just getting these started here. I'm just going to push this over all the way one direction. That helps it to be a little straighter, usually. Snug them up. Make sure it's nice and tight. And then we'll take our cover plate here, put a link in the description to one just like it, and install that. Get this in place here. And the rest is pretty self-explanatory. So there you have it. Make sure all of the heads of the screws are horizontal, of course. Anyway, I hope this video helped you out. If it did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below for more videos just like this one. Again, I'll put the links in the descriptions to the materials you might need for putting a dryer receptacle in. But again, yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you in the next video.